Okay, hello everyone. So I'm gonna take the next few minutes just to show you my remote teaching class during this summer session one. So the way I designed with collaboration with Fanny is that first of all, we have a picture, and from this picture, students can have some kind of idea about what this course is going to talk about, including Isaac Newton, and also with this kind of structures. So essentially, we're talking about statics. This is a joint listed class for many engineering majors. And by the way, through today's presentation, I see I have some engineering colleagues, Marco and Jeff at least. So back to this. So first of all, I have a relative simple, front page. Having students, the instructor, that's myself with the email, my teaching assistant with the email as well. And essentially we have the discussion session office hours. So first of all, students should be able to see the syllabus. When you click here, you're gonna see the, oh, wow, not directly, right? Okay, I'm gonna just quickly show you my syllabus. Essentially, this is the one I use the templates given from Fanny. We have this one, we have ABET learning objectives, and we have these course materials, but more importantly, I just want to show we have a class activities, assignment, and the policies. That's why I just didn't spend much time. Instead, just, grabbing the information I got from the, LDI, copyright, and so on. And finally, we have the, weekly schedule. Although this syllabus is kind of like a 4-page, student does not really need to look at the details. Instead, if they want, they can just use the introduction video I provided by simply clicking here, for example. They can see the kind of a brief introduction. So this is kind of the front page you can see. And before I look into the details about each week, I also created a so-called announcement. I like this way so that I can have some kind of a more common communications with the students. So I'm hoping each week I'm gonna give them at least 1 or 2 announcements to let the students some kind of a motivated to do something at the beginning of each week. And also I provide the discussions, but I'm not going to manage nor my TA. Essentially, this is a discussion to provide the forum to have students communicate from each other. And this is something I just learned from the LDI as well. In one of the, cohort meetings, I think Megan and somebody else talk about how we're gonna have some students, communicate to each other because this is a remote class. So I guess this discussion, forum would provide a kind of way because now we're all remote. So then back to the very bottom here, we have the weekly navigations starting from the introduction, the info, this kind of information, and then week 1, week 5 plus 1, that's a finals week. So I'm gonna start from the information. Essentially information is just kind of the introduction video and my syllabus again. And then I just want to highlight the, Zoom ID for discussion session and office hour. We just use the one Zoom ID to make sure a student can easily find us. And then the information part also include all my lecture notes. These are the static lecture notes, but student can see my video so that they can use my PowerPoint to get connected about what I'm going to talk about. In addition, we have discussion sessions, so that's why we also have a discussion PowerPoint as well. We haven't uploaded all of them, but some of them are there during the first 2 weeks. And then I'm gonna later provide the solutions for the homework and midterms. But now, of course, I cannot upload anything because I don't want students to get a solution before they conduct their homework assignment. And then, so starting from week 1, you can continue to watch from here, but I just want to show you week 1, for example. Student, if click week 1, then they are going to see week 1 directly. So my design for this remote online class is very straightforward. We have 5 weeks, lectures. So in each week, essentially we have lectures and we have discussion, we have office hour, and then we have homework due. So the way I'm designing is called number, starting from number 1. So on Monday, we have discussion session, followed by the office hour on Tuesday, although students can start to do their homework, but homework is always still after these 2 events. So after students have discussions and also have office hour, when they have questions, we can answer. And then they finally need to submit their homework questions. And this is the homework. I just use the title homework 1 due Tuesday, June 23rd, for example. And everything is called the number 1 series. And then later on, students should have another discussion session on Wednesday, followed by Thursday, in order for them to do the homework number 2. So this first week, we have number 1, number 2 issue. And then week 2, we have the same thing, number 3 and number 4. These discussion session and office hours are all just for their homework submission. I do emphasize homework allowed, although it's only 20%, but we have a midterm and a finals. They have more weight, but students have to do very well in order to, do their homework question, because their midterm and finals, because those are the questions they really need to prepare in order to do a
5 minutes.
And then the only exception is week 3, because I have my first midterm. So that's why I'm emphasizing the first midterm here, and then followed by just 1 activity in week 3. We have, session number 5, discussion number 5, and then the homework. And number 4, same thing with week 2 and week 1, and then week 5, the same with week 3. So essentially, these are the laying out in this format. And finally, I have a final exam. So going back to my home, so student essentially can see this is a kind of a simply designed the web page, and also if you can do the student view, actually you can see the homework due on each week when they come to this website. Week 1, we have welcome, we have homework number 1 due, homework number 2 due. So essentially, this is my design. And again, I appreciate the help from Fanny, who made a lot of effort to make my final website very straightforward. And I like this one instead of having this everything in one page. I think this is much nicer. So I hope students will like it. Thank you. I'm done.